But,
You lived here, and was this I don't know exactly. It was a good place. It was obviously a good place for you to come.
Oh, it's 2013. I retired.
Do you feel that you were blessed to have come to Claremore?
I know I was blessed to come to Claremore. I had things. Everything that happened to me was a blessing. I didn't earn all this. I mean, I walked into things and things were handed to me. Not, I mean, I was good at what I did, but that was handed to me. I mean, it wasn't something that I was born with, and it wasn't something that I was trained for as a kid. I was no telling I was lucky I wasn't in the penitentiary.
You were lucky when you found Carol.
Yeah.
And then you were blessed with a beautiful child.
We were.
Who gave you a lot of pleasure.
And
you had a lot of health problems and
we had her for 49 years, and she was a child all the time we had her. And she was not only a great blessing to us, she was a great blessing to lots of people. I go to Habitat for Humanity. People drop pictures in there. That picture had another picture in it, and I took the back off of them, and you gut them, you take them down, and I very carefully cut it out, and then I have that picture that I had in my files. I had that picture made into an enlargement that would fit into that frame, and I reframed it. And I've got several more sitting around. I don't know if you can see
one that I would like to just mention. One you gave me. You had no idea when you took this picture in Philadelphia, the cathedral in Philadelphia, that Carlene Weber and I had been to church there.
No, I hadn't.
So it is very special to me that you gave that picture of the cathedral cathedral.
I have given 10 framed pictures to the Board of County Commissioners, and they have, thankfully, and I'm grateful to them, and they say they're grateful to me, and I believe they are. I have tried to and they have come out of my files. Some of them I have taken recently, and some of them are much older that I took back, and I have had them enlarged, and I believe they're appropriate for a place like a courthouse. And there was no decoration like that in the courthouse, and now there is some, and it's meaningful, and I'm very pleased with it, and. I've told them that I probably would not bring them anymore, but I wouldn't promise. If I run into something that I think is really appropriate and I'm able to get it, I'll take them more. It's been a pleasure to me, and so Carol and I have donated 10 large framed pictures to the courthouse. The reason we're doing this interview, or the way this interview came about, I might mention to you. I took a picture. It came about because of a picture. I took a picture of the runner, Andy Payne, down of the statue, and I liked it, and it was suitable material for the courthouse, and so I went in and asked the lady in there who was in charge if there was any problem with me. I've taken a picture of this bronze statue out on the grass, and if anybody can take a picture of it. But I said I plan to frame it, to have it enlarged into a big picture, and frame it and give it to the Board of County Commissioners to hang in the courthouse. Is there a problem with that with anybody here? If there is, I won't do it. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble, and I don't want the county commissioners to get in trouble because I've given them something. And she said, she didn't say I could or couldn't. She just said, well, that's nice. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, when I get it framed, I'll bring it by and let you see it. And I did before I took it to the county, and she looked at it and admired it, and she was very pleased by it. And I said, well, I'm going to take it on to the courthouse and we're going to hang it. And she said, well, thanks for coming by. And so but she asked me, she said, what we're recording hadn't with people that have some idea, some knowledge of history about Claremore. And I hadn't thought that I was a real historian, but I realize now that there's not many people that have been here as long as I have that are still alive.
Or that have the history of with the court system.
I know the history of the period of time that I've been here, a lot of it. But in any event, she asked me if I would be interviewed, and I said, well, yeah, there's no problem. I'll be glad to be.